Morning all. Well, this is a bit of a change to the last couple of mornings. The wind started to pick up a little bit last night, and then around 4 o'clock it just started to hammer it down, so I knew the forecast was going to change a little bit, but I was hoping I might be able to get packed up before it really kicked in, so it's going to be a wet pack up. Thankfully I've got my waterproofs. Yesterday I was thinking, well, I've bought waterproofs, it's extra weight, I didn't really need them, but hey, better to be prepared, isn't it? So I'm glad I was. So I'm not sure how much filming I'm going to get done today, because you can hear it, it sounds rough, but I'll try my best and keep the commentary going through the course of the next 26 miles in this. Well, that's not the amazing sunrise I was looking forward to. Pretty gloomy. So all packed up, just need to get the tent down. There we go, didn't take long, all packed up and ready to go. So 26 miles today in less than favourable conditions, but we'll soldier on and just go at a nice steady pace and just try and crack a few out, and then probably take a break mid to late morning. There you go, I thought it was worth showing that. There we can see it in the distance. That is the Annex Stadium, the home of Premier League football team Brighton Hove Albion. So it must be the M27 just passing through it, passing by it. I'm sure there's not a motorway running right through it, but you know what I mean. So one thing I'm conscious of is walking through all these fields full of cows and wearing a bright red jacket, so wish me luck. And it looks like it's starting to clear over there on the horizon. Let's keep our fingers crossed. So this morning I woke up and feet were still pretty uncomfortable. Now I've got blisters which I've treated, but lo and behold I had a great big fat juicy one right between my toes, which was very unexpected. So I know that's pretty grim, but I've suffered a bit on this one with my feet. Now, I've got some new trail runners which I've bedded in, done a lot of running in them and a lot of walking as well, so it's not like they're completely unbroken, but it's just odd, really odd. All I can put it down to is, for me, 25 miles a day is probably a bit too much, which I've now figured out. Surprise, surprise, on the last day. 20 is a nice distance, and I think that extra 5 has meant I've been so tired that I've literally eaten and gone to sleep, and probably foot cleanliness and foot care, which I would massively recommend, hasn't been a priority in the evening. So I think I can blame myself, for sure, well, blatantly am, for that, and a lesson learned for next time. I don't know if you can hear me because of the traffic, but Oscar's food van has just saved my life. I hope it's there. Still a cold van, and a wait-first van. I just hope it's in front of them. So hopefully next time you see me, I'll be tucking into something rather wholesome. Well, it doesn't get any more glamorous than this. Check that out. So there is Oscar's fine food van. South England's finest fry up. So I went for the dirtiest thing I could find on the menu. I think it was double sausage, double bacon, egg, onion and mushroom. And a jumbo hot dog roll, utter filth. Bit of brown sauce on top, cup of tea and a can of Coke. And wow, it's quadrupled my calories, I think, since I started this walk. It was well needed. And then just as I was leaving, classic moment, an old dear pulled up in a Micra. Excuse me, love, can you tell me the postcode? I think she thought I was a postman in my bright red coat. So, no idea, but all I know is that we're on the A27 just outside Lewis, so give us some directions. Got no idea where she was heading. I don't think she did either, but yeah, I did not know the postcode. I don't know why she thought I would. Anyway, let's crack on. I'll bring you back in a little while. That's a very nice bench. Peter and Tita Taylor. What a view. You can't see the ascent, but wow, that was some climb. You can see the river, the bridge. So I'm done, not done, nearly done. So I've been nursing a bit of a bad ankle for the last day and a half or so, and it just got increasingly worse. I've strapped it up, rested it, elevated it, done everything I can while on the trail, and unfortunately it got the better of me. So it's frustrating, 7 miles short of the finish, and I've canned it. I've bailed. Yeah, gutted. I strapped it, did everything I possibly could, but it really didn't make any difference. And I got to Alfriston and I had to call it. It was either carry on, struggle to get to Eastbourne. So I'm absolutely gutted that I went for health and well-being ahead of glory, and got to Alfriston, went to the pub, got a cab from Alfriston to Eastbourne, and now I'm on the train on my way back home. So really gutted. 7 miles, that's what it was. Super gutted. But there'll be other times, and I think that's what I've got to focus on. So sorry to end on a bit of a sad note, but it is what it is. Whilst I was gutted, I couldn't finish. Despite my blisters and foot pain, I absolutely love walking the South Downs Way. It's such a wonderful trail through a beautiful part of the country. It made for a demanding physical challenge, and was a great way to spend a week in nature. With plenty of spectacular views, I'm convinced it's one of the best national trails in the country. I love the simplicity of this long distance walk, where you're offline and immersed in your destination, where the only thing you have to worry about is putting one foot in front of the other. I'll definitely return sometime soon to the old Star Inn in Alfriston, the place where I terminated my walk, so I can resume my journey.